Welcome to the New World Order Showcase Podcast. Your host, Jill Hart, the Coach's Alchemist. Couldn't be more excited to have you join us today. On this podcast, we celebrate the champions of change, the up-and-coming life, health and transformational coaches who are fearlessly stepping forward to make a difference in the world. Get ready for inspiring stories, practical tips, and powerful moments that will motivate you to make a positive change in your life and those around you. We're happy to have you join us on this incredible journey as we dive into the world of life, health, and transformational coaches who are lighting up the path towards a better tomorrow.
Hi, and welcome to the New World Order Showcase program. Today we're speaking with Bessie, and she's the founder of Bessie Estonactoc, LLC, with a wealth of experience spanning over 20 years as a former counselor, psychotherapist, and her unwavering dedication has been to empower women in transforming their lives, work, and relationships. Bessie has been instrumental in helping women effectively manage their stress and anxiety, foster trust in their intuition, and cultivate inner peace and confidence across all areas of their lives. Presently, as a spiritual coach and hypnotherapist, Bessie directs her energy towards supporting professional spiritual women in rediscovering the core essence of their souls and finding their true voice. By delving into the exploration of their current and past lives, she assists women in understanding how these experiences have influenced their present lives, especially having the fear of being visible in their business. Bessie upholds the belief that our purpose in our earthly existence is to learn profound soul lessons that enable us to lead lives abundantly in all areas of our lives, while simultaneously placing trust in our intuition and embracing inner peace. Please help me welcome Bessie to the show today. Welcome, Bessie. Nice to have you on this show. Go ahead and tell our audience who you are, all the things. What are you doing?
Thanks, Jill. Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it. So I'm Bessie Estonactoc, and my business name is Bessie Estonactoc, LLC. And my initials actually are B and E, which I love. B, right? It's like, it just resonates a lot with me. But I am a spiritual coach and hypnotherapist, and I help spiritual business women learn how to be able to be in touch with their intuition. And when they're able to do that, they can trust themselves more about being more visible and really being able to share their voice in social media. Because really what they're doing is holding themselves back from really showing up online, and they have a gift that they want to be able to share. So I help them through a process to be able to get them moving and feeling motivated and just really letting go of any old stories that are getting in the way. So that they can have their clients, attract their clients, and, get abundance coming into their life and work. Yeah.
So what motivated you to go down this path?
Well, so usually, more than likely, coaches are a version of their clients and a few steps ahead of them. So with myself, growing up, I didn't have a voice. And I was very, and still am, I'm really much of an empath and very intuitive. And I really was able to, even though I had a childhood where I couldn't speak up or else I'd get spanked or reprimanded, there was still that part of me that was very intuitive and that really felt a lot of everybody's energy. And also, knowing that as sensitive as I was, I could feel energy. I could feel, relatives who had passed on. And I was always wanting to understand that. What is this all about?
Mhm.
And so even though I didn't have a voice and I couldn't really speak up. I was very curious about what is this all about? What am I feeling? What am I thinking? How is this, really integrating with who I am as a person, how I tick. So as time went on, um, I really understood that we're made of energy. Thoughts are energy. I love doing past life regression hypnotherapy. And so I really understand that I've made this soul contract to come back into this life to really nurture my gifts and my talents. And so I really realized that it's not about blame, it's not about my parents and what they did. It was me learning that I've come back into this earth to to know that basically I've learned how to be able to understand the stories that I created, um, the contracts, I guess you would say, the soul contracts,
Mhm.
and to be here right now to really say, you know what, I have a gift. You know, I was a prior marriage and family therapist too. So that was a part of my own healing, but also helping clients learn how to be able to heal their stories and then they were able to heal their relationships and the relationships within themselves. So it's kind of been like I can really see how this has been my curiosity about energy and about life and what happens after we leave this earth and how it all just comes to this part where I am right now, where here I am having learned so much about myself and my lessons, and that through time I've been able to just learn how to be able to say I have a gift and I love working with my clients and I create the space for them. If I cower and not show up, then it's almost like um I can't think of the word, but it doesn't feel right that I don't show up. So I need to show up to help others learn that no matter what's happened in their life, that it doesn't need to define them, that they can learn through those challenges, learn those lessons so they can move forward to really be who they are unconditionally, and then really be able to be their best and highest selves as they share their gifts with the world. And even if it's like showing up in a more in a way that's in more integrity with themselves and in their relationships and in their life and their business. So that's a long story, but that's how I got into it. And yeah, yeah.
It's really fascinating how we sometimes get caught up in our past and the trauma and all the junk that when you look at it from the terms of this is a soul contract that I made before I came, and I, I'm supposed to have gone through all of these things. It wasn't done to me. I picked it. It puts a whole new focus on how you meander through the life that you are creating, because we all create the lives that we're living,
Right.
the
Yeah.
decisions we make and the connections we make, and some of those connections we made prior to coming here.
Yep, exactly. And, really for the longest time, especially growing up, when I was in my teens and probably a lot in my 20s, I felt like a victim. Life is happening, you know, at me,
Mhm.
all these things that have happened in my life. Um, how can I be, how can I be happy?
Right. I
Yeah,
had
how
no
can I?
control over any of
Right,
this.
there's no control. And so finally I got tired of blaming, and I said, well, wait a minute. After I understood energy and how thoughts are energy and how, energy can be held in our body, that, well, wait a minute, I have choice. I have choice here. So, I went through, and of course, I'm still a work in progress always. I mean, I think
Yeah,
as
everybody
we
is.
are in our life, we're always going to be evolving and learning and growing. But after a while, it was like, okay, I'm really feeling tired of feeling crappy. and I knew it's like I have choice. I'm the creator of my life. And as I continued to understand that, then things got easier and easier. But as we continue on in our life, I think we learn, and then there's something else new to learn. We learn, and there's something else new to learn. So, yeah, and so it's just gotten, just it's a beautiful life that I have. I'm just really, really blessed to have the life I have, my husband, my kids, my grandkids, my work. What more can I ask for, really? I'm so loved, and I feel like I can give so much love to my work and my family and myself, and in such a different way now. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's good.
I can relate to what you're saying on such a personal level. It's like we went through the same journey. And the last person I had on the podcast, she was, her company is called Evolve, and she said love is embedded in it, in that word. And I'd never really noticed that before. I thought that was so interesting. So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
interesting how you say that we evolve along the way, because we do. But
yeah.
it's part of it is learning to love ourselves and to accept ourselves, and to other people have other issues, and they're on other paths, and they're on different journeys, and sometimes they're going to intermingle in our lives, but they don't have to be, we don't have to take whatever they have going on in their lives that they're trying to figure out, their own soul contracts. We don't have to absorb those. We only have to deal with our own stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And so I, when I was a therapist, it was a different story. I was still learning that rather than taking on their energy and whatever their stuff was, I did. I actually took it on. But after some time, it's like, okay, wait a minute. I I am an energetic being, and as empathic as I am, I need to really make sure that I create these boundaries to still be empathic, to hold space for them because it's their journey. And I'm holding the space for them to be able to go on their path of their self-realization, I guess you would say,
Mhm.
and really hold that space for them as they are doing that. So yeah, it's so important that we as empaths know that we're here to be I guess you would say vessel, to be a clear vessel of holding that space for our clients, to help them understand themselves and evolve in the way that when they're having something that's going on in their life, that I can hold that space so that they can really unravel whatever that is, and then be at a space to be grounded, to know, oh, okay,
It's
yeah,
like you can let their energy come right up to your energy, but as empaths, we sometimes just let that energy seep into our energy
right.
and overwhelms us. And so you find yourself feeling their feelings, and that's not healthy for us.
Oh yeah,
And
nope.
it's really not helpful for them, because now we're all trapped in the hole.
Right. Yeah, kind of enmeshed. Yeah, kind of enmeshed in the energy. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yep, you
So
got
it
it.
really is a gift to be able to hold space for them, but hold that space with the boundary where they come up to your energy. So you can sort of feel that energy, but keep it from seeping all the way in where you can no longer be effective.
Yeah, yep, yeah. And that's where really understanding the energy, your own energy, and really being aware of your energy and noticing that there's that conscious awareness that's really important. Yeah, yeah,
It
absolutely.
is. It is. It's
Yeah,
such an interesting journey. The whole energy concept is just like so, so amazing. It just like, because everything is energy. There's nothing that exists that is not energy
yeah.
and held together by energy.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. I mean, and we can go into the cosmos, and on a bigger level about how I mean, we're like a minuscule, dinky, minuscule of this energy. But we're all souls. All of us are our soul essence is here on this earth. And I love the saying that what is it? We're not human beings having a spiritual experience, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And
Yes, I
yeah,
like that a lot.
yeah. And I I can I share a story?
Sure.
That's okay. Yeah.
I'd love that.
Yeah. So, you know, I've always had this curiosity about, like I had mentioned, life and spirituality and the sensitivity that I had. And through the years, it's evolved for me to understand that there's more to this life after we leave this earth.
Mhm.
And I my father passed away many years ago. I don't even remember the year, but I knew that and we didn't have a very good relationship,
Mhm.
but I learned that he was my teacher. And one of the biggest things about him passing was really forgiving myself and forgiving him. And what I realized when he was basically, he was kind of comatose, and he was just kind of like holding on. I could really feel that he was holding on. There was that fear. And so I didn't know anything about energy work. Intuitively, I knew that he was really having a hard time. So I basically just rubbed his belly, just gave him love and light. And I just, said to him, "It's okay, Dad. It's okay. You can just let go now and you're okay." Um, and I held space for him and uh, he finally just, let go, and I felt his body just leave, his spirit
Mhm.
leave.
Mhm.
And that was powerful for me to even hold space, because, we had a rough, I, I feel that I had a very difficult relationship with him, but I understood, that he was really my teacher. And then fast forward, my mom came to live with us in Hawaii, and we got closer when she lived with me, and I was already in my 50s, I guess, 60s, six, late 50s. And to have, your mom living with you who's aging and ill was a lot. There was a lot of energy that I had to put out. And um but I realized how important it was to have that unconditional, non-judgmental um, space within me about my mother and her ways of being. And that was a beautiful, we had a beautiful relationship towards the end. And she said to me, because we were able to communicate with each other, she said to
Mhm.
me, and I had to open up the conversation about death with her, but I said, "Mom, planning is important." And so we talked about her funeral experience. But she said to me, "Bess, I'm afraid to die." And I said, "Mom, you know what? After you leave this earth, we're still going to be able to be connected to one another, and we can communicate with each other. You're going to be okay. And Mom, I promise you, I will be with you until your last breath." And so on a Friday, she said, "I don't want to take my medications anymore." And I said, "Okay, if that's your wish," and then took her to the doctor. Doctor said, "Okay, well, now you're going to be on hospice." Friday, Wednesday, she called me, or else, well, her caretaker called and said, "Bess," she said to me, "Bess, it's time." How did she know? Blew me away. But so I said, "I'll be there. I'm coming." And held space for her. Priest came and gave her the last rites. Five, and I, gave her Reiki because I knew Reiki then. I was just really, with her and holding space for her. And 5:30 the next morning, the roosters are crying in Hawaii, and she passed. And I knew that it was a very peaceful death for her. And I'm just so blessed about that. After she passed away, 2 seconds, I felt her touch my shoulder. And she says, Bess, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, you make me cry.
It was just like, oh my
So
God.
beautiful.
Yeah. And it really, really was. And I just, it was just a really beautiful thing, but it helped me really realize that life is just too short, and if we can
Mhm.
really love ourselves, love others, I want to be able to teach that. I want to live it even more. It's so, so important. And I just had no regrets with my mom. I have no regrets with my dad. I mean, I feel like I've, this karma thing,
Mhm.
I feel that my karma with them has really been able to be healed in a lot of ways, but my relationship with my mom was just so beautiful, and I felt her energy. She's come to me many times. And I wasn't afraid, and I'm not afraid. And I know she's one of my angels. So I know there's more to this life, and that we have angels, we have our guides, if we have a force of people here, right, on this earth, that's a tribe of people who help us. We have a tribe of people that are helping us up above, or around, realms are,
Around us,
yeah,
they're
around us. Yes.
here.
Yeah. I mean, the veil is so thin. Yeah. The veil is so thin, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I
And
have a story very similar to that with my own mom when she passed. We had a terrible relationship most of my life. And she came to me in my dreams for several months after she was gone. And I knew that she was at peace and we were good together.
mm,
And it was just, it's interesting how we think we're trained to think that death is the end, but it really isn't. It
no.
continues on.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So let's change tacks here just a little bit. Who are your ideal clients? As I
Um,
wipe my tears away.
I know. I did a lot of my own crying with, yeah. I'm holding, that space for you as well. Yeah. But my ideal clients, I have, gosh, I have this thing on my website called Ascension Academy. And my ideal clients are spiritual women who have an inkling. I mean, they know they're very intuitive, and they know that there's more to life than this life. And they really want to be able to understand how they tick, I guess you would say, and what are some things that are blinders that are in the way of them showing up in their business, or even showing up in their relationship, or showing up for themselves. Because I think our business is our life is our business. It's all one. And in Ascension Academy, I have spiritual hypnotherapy, which is past life, spiritual regression, life between lives. I have all these different things in the spiritual realm, how you're able to just understand where are those, I guess, glitches in your energy field that want to glow instead of be dark, I guess you would say, and learn where are those blind spots for them, so that they can really they can show up in their business and their life and their relationships whole, more with joy, with more ease. And I feel like that's my mission right now, is to really be able to help those women who know they're spiritual, who know they're intuitive, and they want to be able to heal whatever needs to be healed, not get caught up in that victim mentality. And then I teach them how to be able to learn how to just understand how to rewire their brains, but also connect with them, their souls, with
Mhm.
themselves at a conscious level, and be that light who they are. So those that are really wanting to learn that, and let go of the anxiety and the stress and the this and the that it doesn't have to be that way. There's choice. Yeah.
So do you do this as group coaching, or do you do this just one-on-one? And do you
I
have
have
packages?
I have one-on-ones. I have different I have a 3, 6, and 12-month package, one-on-one coaching where I actually provide coaching along with hypnotherapy. So it really, a spiritual hypnotherapy, whatever is kind of like happening, we can do an hour hypnotherapy session during our time together. I had just finished a group program. It's called Lead with Your Woo.
I love it.
And so it's the same thing. It's learning how to be able to trust your intuition, so that you can, attract your ideal clients, your abundance. But I think more importantly, as we've gone through the program, how they've been able to really heal whatever has been getting in the way, whatever stories, so they can show up with just more joy and ease in their life. So yeah, so it's a combination of both. Right now, my Lead with Your Woo program is going to start in August. It's going to be in August, but right now I have my one-to-ones, or if anybody's interested in hypnotherapy or spiritual hypnotherapy packages, I have that available. I'm very diverse in a lot of ways about that, because everybody has a price point. I also have a hypno sound bath membership, because I love crystal bowls, and of course I love hypnotherapy, and I have that available as a membership if people are interested in really wanting to be able to 3 times a month have some energy with me and me with them, so that they can get a taste of what I do. So yeah.
And all of those are available on your website?
Yes.
We can find out more about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the one thing that you want everyone to take away from this conversation today?
One thing. Oh, there's so many things. Let's see. I think the most important thing to remember is that you have to remember who you are on a soul level. When you can remember who you are on a soul level, there's infinite possibilities to be able to have you look at how you can really be the creator of your life, and that we don't need to be a victim in our life, and that when we can choose to be victorious, then there's infinite possibilities on how to really be able to be the creator of your life. But when you stay victim, in that victim mode, and you walk around with, oh, woe is me, then it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
You're always trying to climb out of that pit.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. You got to just get out of there and say, I choose. I choose. Yeah.
So how can people get a hold of you?
Oh gosh, let's see. My website, is my 2 long names. Well, no, Estonactoc, BessieEstonactoc.com. And
we'll definitely put the link in the description below.
Yeah. If they can go to my website, I actually have a freebie there if you want to get a little bit of a taste of what I do. It's I love teaching about the chakras in the work that I do. And in there is a quiz that you can take. And when you take that quiz, you can have a consultation with me, and I can give you a little bit of information about the results of your chakra quiz.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today, Bessie. It's been our honor having you here.
Thank you. I appreciate your time with me, and it's been an honor to be with you. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another empowering episode of the You World Order Showcase podcast. We hope you've enjoyed hearing from our incredible life, health, and transformational coaches who are making a profound impact on the world. Remember, change begins with you, and you have the power to transform your life and the lives of others. If you want to take that next step and unlock your true potential, visit thecoachesalchemist.com, where you can find the 3 ways we can help you for free to spin your talent into gold with clarity, a system, and a plan. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an inspiring episode. And if you enjoyed today's show, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback means the world to us and helps us reach more people with our positive message. Stay connected with us on social media for updates, behind-the-scenes content, and upcoming guest announcements. You can find us on Facebook at the U World Order or simply visit thecoachesalchemist.com.